Sometimes, a man doesn't say what he feels. He doesn't always confess, text, or openly declare his attraction. Yet, his actions, habits, and even small gestures can reveal a lot more than words ever could. If you've ever wondered whether he's interested in you, it's not always about grand romantic gestures or dramatic confessions. Often, the truth lies in the quiet, almost invisible ways he shows he cares. The subtle signs of attraction are easy to overlook, especially if you're used to people expressing feelings directly. But when a man wants you badly, his body, his eyes, and even his everyday behaviors give him away. From lingering glances and casual touches to small, thoughtful actions, these silent signals communicate desire in ways words cannot. He may find excuses to be near you, remember details about your life, or make you laugh when no one else notices. All of these are hints that he's invested in you emotionally and wants to be closer. In this video, we'll explore 15 undeniable signs a man wants you badly but stays silent about it. You'll discover patterns of behavior, body language cues, and subtle ways he expresses interest without ever saying it outright. Recognizing these signs can help you understand his feelings, decode his intentions, and navigate your connection with clarity. Whether you're hoping to confirm your suspicions or simply better understand the subtle ways attraction is communicated, this guide will give you the insight you need. By the end, you'll know how to spot the quiet gestures, small actions, and thoughtful behaviors that indicate he's secretly drawn to you. Get ready to uncover the hidden signals of desire that are often missed, and see what his silence really means. 1. He finds reasons to be near you. One of the most subtle yet powerful signs that he wants you badly is his constant effort to be physically or emotionally close to you. He doesn't just wait for opportunities, he creates them. Whether it's standing near you in a group, joining the same activities, or casually passing by your workspace, he will find ways to place himself in your presence. Even if it seems coincidental, notice the patterns. He might volunteer to help with tasks he has no real obligation to, or he might bump into you in situations where it seems unlikely. It's not just about proximity, it's about connection. He wants to be where you are so he can observe, interact, or even just share the same space. Often, this behavior is unconscious. He may not even realize how frequently he seeks closeness. Yet, it's driven by a deep desire to be near you, to share moments, and to feel involved in your life. This type of silent pursuit often manifests through small, consistent gestures that others might overlook. But for someone who pays attention, it's a clear sign. The subtlety is key. He doesn't announce his interest loudly. He just gravitates toward you naturally. 2. His eyes always follow you. The eyes are a window to the soul, and when a man wants you badly, his eyes often give him away. He will watch you in ways that feel casual but are anything but random. Whether you're speaking, laughing with friends, or even sitting quietly, you may notice his gaze lingering on you longer than necessary. This silent observation shows both curiosity and admiration. His eyes often reveal emotions he can't yet voice: interest, longing, or subtle affection. He might look away quickly when caught, but the pattern persists. He's drawn to you without needing to admit it. Eye contact can be fleeting, playful, or intense, depending on his comfort level, but the underlying message is consistent. He wants you. People who are indifferent don't monitor your movements unconsciously. Additionally, when he does finally make eye contact, there's often a spark of recognition, a moment where his desire shines through before he masks it. This is why subtle gestures like a quick glance, repeated checks to see where you are, or a smile after catching your gaze are such strong indicators. They are silent declarations of interest, often more honest than spoken words. 3. He remembers small details about you. Another unmistakable sign that he wants you badly is his memory for the tiny details about your life. He notices things most people overlook: your favorite coffee, a song you casually mentioned, or the little stories you share in passing. Remembering these details shows active listening and genuine interest. It's not about superficial compliments. It's about emotional investment. By recalling specific moments, he subtly signals that you matter to him. Often, he will bring up these details in conversation, sometimes even when they seem unrelated, just to create connection or make you feel noticed. This behavior reflects both attraction and effort. Someone who is not interested rarely pays attention to such minutiae or recalls them accurately. These small memories also act as conversation starters, giving him natural opportunities to engage with you repeatedly. Over time, this pattern creates a feeling that he's consistently attentive and invested in your world, even without expressing it overtly. It's a quiet, powerful form of showing desire. He wants to know and remember everything about you because you occupy his thoughts more than he may admit aloud. 4. His body leans toward you without thinking. Body language often reveals what words cannot, and one of the most telling signs that he wants you badly is the way his body instinctively leans toward you. Even when he's seated in a group or standing casually, you might notice that his torso, shoulders, or feet subtly shift in your direction. This unconscious movement is a powerful indicator of interest. Leaning forward is a natural way humans signal engagement and attraction, often without realizing it. He may lean in when you talk, lean closer to hear better in a noisy environment, or subtly angle his body so he's oriented toward you even in a crowded room. This behavior is rarely intentional. It's an instinctive reaction driven by desire. You might also notice mirrored movements, where he mimics your gestures or posture unconsciously, further signaling connection. People who are indifferent or merely friendly rarely make such consistent physical adjustments. Over time, these small, repeated motions become an almost invisible pattern, silently declaring his interest. Even if he doesn't speak up about his feelings, his body's orientation toward you demonstrates focus, attention, and a deep, unspoken desire. 5. He smiles at your jokes, even the bad ones. Smiling is one of the most universal ways to show interest. And when he wants you badly, he will laugh or smile at your jokes, even when they aren't particularly funny. This is more than politeness. It's an active effort to connect with you and make you feel appreciated. Every smile or chuckle is a subtle reinforcement of your presence in his world, showing that he enjoys not just your company, but you specifically. He may laugh louder when others don't, or maintain eye contact while smiling to communicate warmth and attraction. These reactions are often accompanied by other signs, such as nodding, tilting his head, or leaning slightly forward, creating a complete nonverbal message of admiration. Smiling at your humor, even the small, offhand, or awkward jokes, demonstrates that he values your personality, finds joy in your expressions, and wants to encourage your connection. Over time, these repeated smiles create an invisible bond that communicates desire without any verbal admission. 6. He mirrors your movements subconsciously. Mirroring is a psychological phenomenon where people imitate the gestures, posture, or speech patterns of someone they are drawn to, often unconsciously. If he wants you badly, he will mirror your movements naturally, crossing his legs when you do, matching the pace of your speech, or subtly copying your hand gestures. This is his brain's way of building rapport and showing empathy, signaling that is tuned into your presence. Mirroring also fosters subconscious closeness, making both of you feel more connected without needing explicit conversation. Even small actions, like sipping when you sip or leaning back when you lean back, are silent declarations of interest. The key is consistency. The more he mirrors you across different situations, the stronger the likelihood that he is deeply attracted to you. This isn't something easily faked. Mirroring is instinctive and subconscious, revealing his genuine desire without him needing to say a word. Over time, these subtle acts of mimicry accumulate, creating an invisible but palpable tension and connection, showing that he wants you badly but prefers to express it silently. 7. He texts or messages you randomly. When a man wants you badly but stays silent about it, one of the most common ways he expresses his interest is through seemingly random texts or messages. These messages often appear without any urgent reason. Just a "Hey, how's your day?" or "Saw this and thought of you." While it might seem casual, this pattern reveals a deeper emotional investment. He seeks connection and engagement without having to openly admit his desire. Every message, even the smallest one, is a way to insert himself into your thoughts and daily routine. What makes this behavior particularly telling is its timing and frequency. He doesn't just contact you when necessary. He finds excuses to check in throughout the day. Sometimes he might text at odd hours, not to disturb you, but because he's thinking of you and wants to share a moment or a thought. His messages may include references to things you mentioned previously, showing that he remembers details about your life. He might also initiate playful conversations, teasing you or joking lightly to create intimacy. This is his subtle way of forming emotional bonds while keeping his feelings unspoken. Interestingly, the randomness of the messages is part of what makes them so revealing. He's not sending something generic or obligatory. He's sending it because you're on his mind. It's also common for him to mirror your texting style or pace, subconsciously aligning himself with your rhythm, which creates a feeling of closeness. Over time, these repeated check-ins accumulate into a pattern that's hard to ignore. Even if he doesn't say "I like you," his consistent effort to communicate signals strong attraction. The beauty of this sign is that it's subtle enough to avoid pressure or overt confession, but unmistakable for anyone paying attention. It's a silent dance of connection, a way for him to be near you emotionally, even if he's hesitant to speak about his feelings. If you notice this behavior alongside other signs, it's a clear indicator that he wants you badly and is willing to show it in small but consistent ways. 8. He becomes nervous around you. Nervousness is one of the most involuntary indicators of attraction. When a man wants you badly, he may struggle to maintain composure in your presence. This can show up as fidgeting, stumbling over words, adjusting clothing repeatedly, or even subtle facial twitches. Unlike casual anxiety, this nervousness is context-dependent. It appears almost exclusively around you. It stems from a mix of anticipation, self-consciousness, and a desire to impress without overstepping. This type of behavior is telling because it's difficult to fake. He may try to hide it, attempting to act confident, but micro-expressions often betray him. You might notice fleeting glances, hesitant speech, or pauses when he wants to say something meaningful but worries about your reaction. His hands may play with objects unconsciously, or he might clear his throat more often when speaking to you. All of these signs indicate heightened awareness of your presence and the weight of your attention in his mind. Interestingly, nervousness can also manifest as subtle overcompensation. He may speak louder than usual, laugh too eagerly at your jokes, or attempt to exaggerate charm. While it can appear awkward, it's actually a sincere attempt to connect. The more you observe, the more patterns emerge. His heart rate might increase when you approach, his posture becomes slightly rigid, or he unconsciously mirrors your gestures. This nervous energy is a silent message in itself. He cares deeply about how you perceive him and is emotionally invested in making a positive impression. It's a sign that his feelings run strong, even if he isn't ready or willing to voice them outright. Recognizing nervousness as a form of silent attraction allows you to see beyond words, understanding the emotional intensity he feels in your presence. 9. He offers help before you ask. A man who wants you badly often expresses his interest through action rather than words, and one clear example is offering help before you even request it. This behavior stems from a deep desire to be useful, present, and noticed. Whether it's assisting with a heavy task, giving advice, or solving small problems in your life, he consistently positions himself as reliable and attentive. The key is that his actions are proactive, not reactive. He doesn't wait for you to ask. He anticipates needs, demonstrating care and attentiveness. This instinct to help is more than mere friendliness. It's a subtle, almost unconscious way of showing affection and desire. By supporting you, he creates moments of closeness, making you feel valued and understood. He may go out of his way to provide convenience or comfort, like carrying something for you, making time in his schedule, or offering guidance when he senses difficulty. Each act, no matter how small, signals that you occupy his thoughts and that is willing to invest energy in your life. Moreover, offering help often serves as a communication bridge. If he feels hesitant to express his feelings verbally, these gestures allow him to connect silently, establishing a sense of presence and reliability. His intentions may be hidden behind a casual demeanor, but the consistency of his actions makes the underlying message unmistakable. Over time, These proactive displays of support build trust and intimacy, silently reinforcing his attraction. Note his patterns. He doesn't just help when convenient. He helps when it matters most to you, often without seeking recognition. This is a hallmark of deep interest. He wants to make your life easier and more comfortable, subtly demonstrating desire without needing to speak. His efforts show patience, attention, and genuine care, all silent indicators that he wants you badly. 10. He compliments you in subtle ways. When a man wants you badly but stays silent about it, his compliments are often indirect, understated, or delivered in ways that feel natural rather than rehearsed. He doesn't necessarily shower you with overt flattery. Instead, he notices the small things that most people overlook. It could be the way you style your hair, a unique laugh, a thoughtful choice of words, or the effort you put into a project. These subtle compliments reveal attentiveness and appreciation, indicating that he is observing you closely and genuinely values your individuality. What makes these compliments particularly meaningful is their specificity. Generic statements like "you look nice" are easy to say and often lack emotional weight. But when he points out particular details, it signals that he is engaged, invested, and emotionally attuned. He might say something like, "I like the way you handled that situation," or "that color really suits you," highlighting moments that others wouldn't notice or care to mention. These acknowledgments are a quiet way of expressing admiration and attraction without verbalizing deeper feelings. Often, subtle compliments are paired with body language cues, smiling, brief eye contact, or leaning slightly toward you, amplifying their impact. They feel personal, almost like secret affirmations that he wants to communicate without directly confessing. This method allows him to express interest while maintaining a level of control, protecting himself from potential rejection or awkwardness. Over time, these consistent, understated compliments create a pattern of recognition and validation. They convey a silent message. He notices you, values you, and is drawn to you. While he may not openly declare his desire, his words serve as emotional breadcrumbs, signaling interest to anyone paying attention. Recognizing these subtle praises is key to understanding his silent pursuit. They are deliberate, meaningful, and deeply revealing of his feelings. 11. He gets jealous when others notice you. Jealousy is one of the most instinctive signs of desire. When a man wants you badly but remains silent, his subtle reactions to others noticing you reveal more than words ever could. You might observe him stiffen, glance toward you more frequently, or display slight irritation when someone else flirts or praises you. These micro-reactions are involuntary, demonstrating that he feels protective of his connection with you. Unlike overt jealousy, which can be dramatic or controlling, silent jealousy is nuanced. He might avoid confrontations yet show signs through subtle body language or facial expressions. His attention might sharpen, he might lean closer, or his gaze may follow interactions you have with others. These reactions are rooted in emotional investment. He cares deeply about your attention and presence, and even minor threats trigger subconscious responses. Jealousy in this context is not about possession, but about emotional acknowledgement. It reflects his desire to be significant in your life and his fear of being replaced or overlooked. The key is that he may mask his feelings verbally, but his body and expressions betray his inner state. Slight tensing of muscles, tightened lips, or brief frowns can all indicate subtle possessiveness, revealing his attraction. Consistent observation of these microsignals helps to distinguish genuine interest from mere friendship. Silent jealousy is paired with other signs: body orientation toward you, attentive listening, or increased communication, creating a pattern that reflects deep emotional desire. Understanding these cues can help you see beyond words, recognizing the intensity of his silent longing. 12. He initiates physical contact casually. Physical touch is a powerful, nonverbal way to convey desire. A man who wants you badly but stays silent often initiates contact in ways that feel casual but are intentional. This can range from a light touch on the arm during conversation, a pat on the back, a hand on your shoulder, or brushing against you accidentally. These gestures may seem natural or incidental, but they are often deliberate attempts to create closeness and establish physical connection without needing to express feelings directly. The subtlety of this contact is key. He avoids aggressive or overly forward gestures but consistently finds moments to bridge the physical gap. Touch communicates comfort, safety, and emotional intimacy, sending a silent message of attraction. His timing and frequency matter. Repeated, consistent contact, even if brief, signals genuine interest. These small touches also often coincide with other signs: lingering eye contact, leaning in, or smiling warmly, forming a combined message of unspoken desire. He may also notice your reactions carefully, adjusting his behavior if you respond positively, showing sensitivity and awareness. Physical contact is an instinctive tool to establish closeness, and when paired with subtlety, it demonstrates attraction without overt confession. By initiating touch casually and thoughtfully, he creates moments of intimacy that reinforce his interest while maintaining plausible deniability. It's a silent, emotionally intelligent way to communicate feelings, showing that he wants you badly but respects boundaries. 13. He listens intently when you talk. One of the clearest signs that a man wants you badly, even if he doesn't say it, is the way he listens to you. His attention is unwavering, and he focuses on your words with genuine curiosity and care. He doesn't just hear you, he absorbs every detail, from the tone of your voice to the small stories you casually share. This level of attentiveness is rare in casual acquaintances or people with minimal interest, making it a strong indicator of silent attraction. When someone wants you, listening becomes more than courtesy. It's a way to connect emotionally without verbalizing feelings. He may nod frequently, ask follow-up questions, or repeat key points to show he remembers. He might respond with empathy, validating your experiences and offering thoughtful advice when appropriate. The key is that his engagement feels personal, not generic. He remembers small anecdotes, references things you mentioned days or weeks ago, and integrates them into conversation naturally. Intense listening also signals emotional investment. He's mentally present, processing your words and emotions simultaneously. This creates a subtle, invisible bond, where you feel acknowledged and understood. Over time, his consistent focus conveys a deeper desire. He wants to know you fully, connect with your thoughts and feelings, and make you feel special. Even without explicit statements, his silence becomes a vehicle for communication. Additionally, this listening often occurs alongside other subconscious signals: leaning forward, maintaining eye contact, subtle mirroring of your gestures, or soft smiles. These cues amplify the effect, turning mere attention into an unspoken declaration of interest. It's a quiet yet potent way to communicate that he values your presence and craves deeper connection. 14. He tries to make you laugh constantly. Humor is a universal tool for attraction, and when a man wants you badly, he will often use it to create a connection. He makes deliberate efforts to make you laugh or smile, even at the smallest opportunity. This is not just about joking. It's about forging emotional intimacy. Laughter releases feel-good hormones like dopamine, which strengthens bonds. And by making you laugh, he is subtly positioning himself as someone who brings joy into your life. His attempts are often tailored to your personality, preferences, and quirks. He may reference inside jokes, tease playfully, or exaggerate situations to capture your attention. The effort is consistent and intentional. He wants to see you happy, and each smile or laugh acts as silent validation that he is succeeding in connecting with you emotionally. Even if he stays silent about his feelings, humor becomes his vehicle to express them. Making you laugh signals comfort, care, and admiration. He is willing to be slightly vulnerable, showing his personality in ways that invite reciprocation. Over time, these shared moments of laughter create an invisible bond, leaving you with this subconscious feeling that his presence is uplifting and enjoyable. This behavior is often paired with other signs: lingering eye contact, subtle gestures, or casual touches. Together, they form a layered, silent message of desire. His humor is not random. It is an orchestrated, instinctive method of attracting your attention and demonstrating his feelings without having to say, "I like you." 15. He finds excuses to stay in your life. The final and perhaps most telling sign that he wants you badly is his persistent presence in your life, often under the guise of casual interaction or convenience. He creates opportunities to see you, talk to you, or be involved in your world. This could be attending the same social events, joining group activities you participate in, or even frequenting places you visit. Even when there's no practical reason, he maintains proximity because he wants to remain a part of your daily experiences. This behavior reflects both desire and strategic patience. He may be hesitant to confess openly, so he ensures consistent visibility and engagement. Each encounter, no matter how small, reinforces his silent presence and keeps him emotionally connected. By staying involved, he signals that your attention and acknowledgement matter deeply. His methods are often subtle, designed to avoid pressure while maximizing interaction. He may check in with messages, casually drop by, or engage in shared activities that allow natural conversation. Over time, these actions create a sense of reliability and emotional availability, making it clear that he wants a permanent place in your life. This consistent effort, paired with other signs like attentive listening, subtle physical contact, or humor, builds an unmistakable pattern of attraction. Even without verbal declarations, his presence becomes a silent but powerful expression of desire. It demonstrates that he values you enough to be proactive, patient, and intentional in maintaining a connection.